Hello everyone and welcome back to my subscribers. If you're not already a subscriber, I'll put a link right here for you. Today I've got another cabin update for you. This has been a long time in the making, and I'm sorry, apologize for such a long time, but it's been impossible for me to get back out here. Since then, some of the relatives and their buddies have been doing a lot of the work, so I can't claim any of this, but I'll show you what they've done because I think it looks pretty cool. Start with the outside. Unlike the first cabin that we did, this one has electricity, so we've got some motion lights set up out here and a front porch light. We've still got the big porch right here. Let me get behind the camera. It's a little easier for me to show you these things. So we have the nice porch. There's some facer boards that they put out here. Everything's been cedar paneling. This is a tongue and groove, specially cut, for putting paneling on the outside. And they're just going to put some water seal on it. Now, if you remember from the original video, I failed to do a drip edge on the side, and so they had to scab on a brace coming out here and at the end down here. So this is still open. So they basically extended this looks like about 18 inches or 16 inches or so from the side. So this is going to create a drip edge now, because before the water was just going to run right down the side, and that could cause some issues. So they still have yet to box this in. If they're going to box it in, I'm not quite sure on that. But so they've got the paneling on the sides here. They've done a nice little veneer cover across the front, which, let's go to the deck real quick, which also allows for later on to maybe put some gutters up here. Not sure yet if they're going to do that. They may do some rainwater collection, but they've got this thing plumbed, or at least water running to the outside, so water's not an issue for here. Here's our chicken coop windows. Right now, it's a temporary. They've got these wooden shutters with the OSB, and it's pretty simple. When you're here, you just unlock it, come up here, hook it at the top, and there you go, you get your windows open. And then they've furred this in, framed it in real nice with a screen, and this is just temporary. Maybe later on they'll do something else, but for now, that's just for ventilation. Coming across the back here, remember we put our 3 windows in up at the top, and then they've got the paneling up here real nice. They've done also the same to these lower windows, which I keep recommending putting in a small window unit. I think that'd be perfect for in here. But being the stone walls, it stays very cool during the summertime, and it apparently insulates pretty well in the wintertime too, so I'm told. Yeah, I have yet to hunt out here. We're basically at the other ranch. And then they got kind of cheap and time consuming. Kind of went up and just threw some plywood up here to close in these soffits on the back side. We have another motion light, and we had an electrician come out and professionally install the wires, so we're a little worried about the fire, if you will. If you don't know too much about something, it's always nice to bring someone in that does. And so we also had the same problem over here. We didn't have a drip edge, so we furred in, or they put in scabbed in a little brace right here. Built this out about the same amount of distance, and then we have, the edge right here. So they put on a little extra metal roof both on this side and the other side of the house. Here's our electrical panel and our hose bib. So here's the water. There's no interior water right now for the house, just this out here. So we've got, the covered patio. I think eventually it would be nice to bring in some crushed gravel right here, either some granite or just some gravel in general, and put it down right here just to cover this up in case it does get muddy if it gets wet. Here's the facade of the house, or the cabin, the front of it. Looks pretty nice. I love this cedar paneling. I wish, ours is a little different. It's more rustic, I guess, but I love this stuff. I think it's just great, and it smells good too. They just did a really good job on the outside. Not bad for non-carpenters. All right, so let's go inside. Got a door with a built-in blinds. Door seems to be hung pretty well. So coming inside, it's basically still work in progress. So you're going to see a bunch of junk laying about. But I think what's really cool is they've also taken a different siding. Let me see if I can get my camera to balance on the light. There we go. They've taken a different siding, the same type of wood, just not tongue and groove. And they've paneled the walls inside. So all those open boards, all those open 2x4s are closed up. And also they did the ceiling. So this looks really cool right there. I love the look of the ceiling. So the next step is to come by and do these little sidewalls from the top of the stone wall up to the roof or to the ceiling, is to close all that in. Right now they left it open for electricity and just time. You know, the ceiling and the front wall were more important, I think, at this point. Here's our window with the screen that we opened up earlier. And so, I mean, basically the interior is very, very, very simple. They don't have much set up right now, just a microwave and a cot. Heating, just have an electrical heater for now. Maybe a wood stove later on. I keep trying to talk them into a wood stove, but they haven't got that far yet. But yeah, I really dig this cedar, man. I love that look, and it smells, like I said, wonderful in here. It smells great. And you know, of course, put a ceiling fan in here. And I'm about 6 feet tall, so this is nice and out of your way. But I've been very pleased with it, especially for a bunch of guys that don't know what they're doing. I mean, I can't claim all of it, but I think it's turned out really, really good. I wish I was here to do the siding with them. I just, you know, it looks like a lot of fun, and I would have enjoyed putting a lot of that stuff up, but I just couldn't make it out. Anyways, this is the stone cabin update. Well, thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more hunting and cabin videos. And don't forget to go to the blog. I'll put the link down here. I have plans and other pictures and stuff that you might be interested in. Other stuff that the video cannot convey. Well, thanks.